Hello, hello, hello. Okay, so here we are going live. My theme here. Okay, so today we are going to talk about what I would do if I had to build six figures again in my photo business. And I am sure there are people out there that are struggling right now in their business, and it's coming up on holidays, maybe. Um, you haven't booked what you thought for the year. I actually had a pretty good year this year. I'm going to end hard and hopefully you guys can get some tips on what to do the same. So I think I started my business and it was like, I think the first year I made like $10,000. It was not much. And then I made like maybe like 60 or 70. It was so long ago. And then I was at by year three, I was at six figures, maybe three or four. And it really came down to events. I think that is what happened that created all the success was when I dived into events. Because with portraits, they're a great way to start your business and cut your teeth, but portraits you really have to like kind of do in-person sales to make the money back or the money that you need to make to survive. Whereas with events, you can really easily make six figures and quickly. And how to get into them is really not that hard. So I'm gonna tell you what I would do differently if I was at if I wasn't at six figures trying to get there. If I had to start from scratch, there are three main things that I would do. And one of them, actually, looking at all of these, I would say these are really good tips because I didn't do any of this in the beginning, really. Like I do it all now, but I didn't do it in the beginning of my career. So the first one I would suggest for you guys to do is to niche. You've got a niche because there's so many things that happen when you niche. First off, you get clarity. It just gets easier. You become the expert kind of automatically or very shortly after you decide to niche. And then it's just everything just becomes easier. The referrals, the sales calls, the pricing, the email information back and forth that you do with the clients. So it just all becomes a lot easier when you niche. I know when I first started, it was kind of hard because I didn't know what I liked photographing, and I knew that I didn't like. Well, I knew I didn't like weddings because I was divorced. So I got divorced, and I was kind of like, "Oh my god, this is awful." And so I was doing it primarily for the money, and that is never really a great thing to do. Like you don't want to just do things for the money because eventually it just won't be enough drive to get you to do what you want to do. So I did weddings for a good amount of time. I had great brides, great families, but was not really in love with it. So you kind of had to figure out and shoot and see what you like the best. And I fell into bar and bat mitzvahs, and it just resonated with every single thing that is like on my core values list. So when I decided to niche, everything got easier. I became the expert. So I started doing them over and over and over. And so I knew all the different vendors. And then I got to be friends with the vendors. And then the vendors started referring me. And then I just had so much fun because I was friends with the vendors. So it was like fun, 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 easy, easy, easy. And I'm getting paid a great amount of money. And clients kept coming to me for referrals. Um, or they would refer their friends to me. So I always have referrals, right? And obviously, I increased my prices and got to know different people and got into different markets and whatnot. But when you niche, that's like what happens. So the conversations get easier, the pricing gets easier because you're not dealing with a portrait session over here, a headshot over there, a corporate event over here, and a wedding over here. Like those are like five different price sheets, right? So it just gets really convoluted and confusing. You definitely can do multiple things like I do. I would say 95% of my business is bar mitzvahs. Mitzvahs. And then I would say the rest is corporate clients that I've had for years. And then also portraits here and there. If they decide to pay my rate, I will do it on a Sunday usually. And so, yeah, it's like I've got those price sheets, but the conversations that I'm having over and over are always about bar and bat mitzvahs. So it's just super, super, super easy. And when I get on the conversation with the client, they know that I'm the expert because I know all the players and all the people in the game, and I know the layout, I know the time frame, I know all of the details. So then I'm like the expert. So then they have confidence in me, and then they hire me. No matter, well, I guess obviously there's going to be some people that won't be able to afford me, but like no matter what my price is, for the most part, they know that they're going to get a very good, an excellent person to do the job that they can trust and not have to worry about. So that is the first thing I would do if I did things differently, because in the beginning I didn't. I took everything. I did portraits, I did all of it. I did corporate headshots, kid modeling, you know. Oh my God, even kid modeling, like my son's in modeling. And even if you niche yourself in kid modeling, for example, there's this girl named, oh my gosh, Patria, I think her name is. It's something really, really unique. She's in this area and she is known as the child photographer, child model photographer, right? So everybody knows her, and she does all the different corporations, Gap, Old Navy, all the things. And she has every year she has like kind of a mini session thing that she puts out, and they get booked up instantly because she's the known expert. She's doing a deal on her portrait sessions for the kids to get their modeling comp cards, and it's just a done deal. So that's why I would niche. That was one number one thing I would do, is I would niche if I was to try and get to six figures starting from scratch. And so just figure out what you like to do and start doing it and start diving into that niche. The second thing I would do is I would really work to have more confidence, because I remember in the beginning of my career, and I still do it. I think it's human nature. We all compare ourselves to other people and other photographers. And I say it quite often, I am not the most amazing photographer out there. I have friends that are just unbelievable. There are people I can compare myself to left and right, especially for bar and bat mitzvahs. Now, what I do instead of comparing is I look to them as inspiration. Like there's this one guy who's really, really amazing. His lighting is just unbelievable. And he is my inspiration to um, just be better with lighting, right? Because as a photographer, how can you stand out to clients? Because I want to keep increasing my rates. And if I keep increasing my rates, I got to be able to like show that I am like, you know, an amazing photographer in different areas and why and this and that. So one of those things is lighting. And so in the beginning of my career, I would always be like, oh, they're so much better than I am and whatever, like all the things. But honestly, like you can learn to stop yourself from saying that stuff and just walk around with confidence. Like literally, I walk around now and I'm like, I'm the mitzvah queen. I want everybody in this freaking town of San Francisco, Bay Area, California to know that I am the go-to photographer for bar and bat mitzvahs. If you're having a freaking fat party that's 50,000 and up, I want my name on your desk as a photographer. So I want all the event planners to know me, and I want them to just, yeah, know that I will get the job done with a smile and get everyone and all of their friends to refer me and book me out for every year coming. So have more confidence. And how you can do this is just every single day, like choose to not compare and just use the person that you think is amazing as inspiration. So you can tell yourself on a daily basis. I mean, affirmations are good, but if you don't believe it, it's kind of reinforcing the negative versus the positive. So every time you have a doubt about like not being confident in your photography, just tell yourself like, no, I know how to use my camera. I watch YouTube's, like I got this. I just have to keep practicing. And the more I practice, the better I get. And keep reinforcing those thoughts, because they will create more confidence within you. And befriend other photographers. I feel like in photography, a lot of people don't utilize other photographers as assets, and they truly are, because they can teach you on new equipment. They can teach you on things that you're not good at. Like, right, if they're better at them than you. I have plenty of friends in this area that are amazing, that have introduced me to so many different things that have totally up-leveled my photography. So don't sleep on that. Make sure to become friends with other photographers, and you guys can pass business to each other. Like I pass a ton of business to, maybe not a ton, but a good amount to other photographers, and vice versa. Like I have one photographer I absolutely adore. Her and I bounce ideas off of, and I send her a ton of mitzvahs and she sends me a ton of mitzvahs. Right. It's like we really kind of work together. And I love that aspect about our relationship, because we can like, just learn more and get better together. And if I don't know something, she might know something. So don't sleep on being friends and networking with other photographers, because that can also give you more confidence because they can teach you stuff that you wouldn't know. So, the other thing I would do, so that's my number 2, is have more confidence in yourself and work to have it, and do things daily to always create that, like, belief in yourself. Like, affirmations, if you're finding you're saying, "I'm confident, I'm confident, I'm confident," like it's not working, then don't do that. Just see where you're good. Like maybe you're a mom and you're a really great mom and you can make a great dinner. Like, see the confidence in that and push it into your photo business. Like, you've had happy clients, they've loved what you've done. So that gives you more confidence. Okay. So that is the second thing I would do. And then the third thing I would do is I would use visualization, because in the beginning of my career, how I started was I was married and miserable. Picked up a camera because I was super unhappy. And then I just started learning and growing, and I decided to make it a business. And so I saw myself leaving the marriage and getting out and like succeeding, right? So I did visualize and I did have a plan, but now I really use visualization as a tool in my business to create more abundance and success. So I have meditations. If you go to rachelcapel.com, that are on there that you could download, and they're like super affordable. I think I have a packet of 4 that I do, and I do them every single night. I used to do them morning, sometimes noon and night, but now I just do them at night because I'm sorry, in the morning. So when I wake up, I have a fresh start. I use, with my son, it's too hard at night, so I do it in the morning. And I in those that meditation bundle on my website, I walk you through exactly how I do them, and I'm telling you, it's just brought me so much success doing it. It's so awesome. This year has been like literally the best year of my life. And um, it just keeps compounding. It's so cool. So I would visualize exactly what you want. And let's just say, like, put 6 figures in your head. You're a photographer, you're starting out, or maybe you've been in business for a couple years and you want to get to 6 figures. I would literally utilize those meditations I have. And you could even go, there's a Bob Proctor meditation that's really great. It's abundance meditation, where you listen to it and you just see exactly what it is that you want. And you kind of walk through like the scene of what it is you want. So let's just say you found your niche, you want to do bar and bat mitzvahs, or maybe you want to do weddings, you want to book out at least, let's just say, hold on. Um, let's just say you want to do 2 events a month. Let's see if this would be, hold on one second. Yeah, 2 events a month at 4,500 per event. You could even do more on average of that. Like, right, what is that? 24 a year. That's not a lot. People I know do like 40 plus events a year very easily. I want to do, I think I booked out 39, 30 something this year. I want to do 35 at my new price next year. Um, but yeah, it's totally doable. You don't lose your life. I still can see my son's basketball, not basketball, but soccer games. So it's like you're not really missing out on life when you do bar and bat mitzvahs. So visualize yourself doing 30 events a year at this rate and making the 6 figures. And visualize yourself getting email inquiries, getting in with a group of people that will refer you, because in weddings, you can get the vendors of the wedding, and then there are always usually networking events that you can get in with certain people and vendors to get referrals. With bar and bat mitzvahs, is much easier. You can just dial into the community, do a great job, and then they will refer you. So if you do other vendors like DJs and planners, that's just like even more. So like it's easier in bar and bat mitzvahs than it is in weddings. But like I would just take those visualizations and do them every single day and see exactly what it is you want, get super honed in, and just see it over and over every single day. And what you're gonna realize is that literally the universe will like bring it to you like on a platter. It's so crazy. Um, I was kind of stressed out because not stressed, I shouldn't say stressed out. I was just a little bit like, my October's like slow, and that's good because I can catch up on other things and do things like this. Um, but I was like, "I need to book more," right? And I'm like, "Okay, I'm just gonna, like, see, like, myself booking more," and I've got my little spreadsheet of all the events I'm shooting, and I'm like, "Okay, so I've got those 2 that I can call for deposits," and I'm like, "But I want more people to come in." I was visualizing it, sleeping on it, and, like, waking up and seeing it, and I'm not kidding you. Let me look at my hold on, let me look at my contracts to book. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 12, 13, 14, 15. I think I have 15 that have come in, and then I've got let me go back to that. Hold on, shoot, sorry. Um, and of that, I'm gonna for sure close 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and I'm shooting like 3. So it's like it works. Okay. So I would do those three things. If I had to start from scratch all over again, I would niche. I would make sure to have more confidence in myself because when you walk around with confidence, people feel it and see it, and you will attract it, what you want into your life. And then I would visualize every single. I would do it in the morning and then evening until you can really get in the hang of it. And if you can't see it and feel it like right away, I would do it morning, noon, and night. Doesn't have to be super long. You could do one meditation. I honestly do like 30 because I just feel like it's calming and I love it. I do about 20, 30 minutes of it. And it totally works. So those are my top 3 things. What else are a few couple nuggets I could give to you if you are a wedding photographer struggling, trying to get from 5 figures to 6? I would say this I know, because I know mitzvahs are, like, kind of, like, in certain areas, are not in all the states of the United States. So it's not as plethora there's not a plethora of them as weddings, but if you're a wedding photographer struggling, I would say that get out there and start networking. There is usually every single month there's like a WIPA meeting, or what are the ones out here? There's always networking meetings when I did them in the city or in the Tri Valley. Like there was always something going on, so you just go to those and you mix and mingle. Maybe it's like 20, 30, $50, but it's worth it because you get to know people and they're really fun, and you usually get dinner or like appetizers and drinks. And as you go there, you just go have fun and meet people, and literally you will get business that way. So other that's a lot of how I got my weddings, was through just the vendors and different people I would meet, that are part of the wedding, like kind of team. There's like videographers, DJs, planners. Same thing with bar and bat mitzvahs, but it's a little bit more niche with bar and bat mitzvahs. But with the weddings, you could do the networking and then you get on the vendor list. I know that was like the old school way, but they're like the tried and true ways. I don't think that it's old school. I think it's just tried and true. True. Now people, I think they use a lot of Instagram, and 100% I would use Instagram and I would tag all the vendors. That's what I do with my bar and bat mitzvahs. I help market the DJs, the venues, the planners, and then like the balloons, and the florals and the photo booths. And it's great because then they put your social media post on their stories or tag you. And so that way you're getting more views and people are starting to know about you, which is really cool. I actually was on a phone with a client yesterday. She was saying, two, actually, I was on the phone with a DJ and a client, and they were saying that my social media, apparently I'm blowing up because people are finding me through social media. And I was like, I thought that was interesting because I don't think my clients that have inquired have said that. They've all come from referrals or different vendors. But yeah, I'm happy that that's happening, and I'll take it because it's free and you don't have to pay. But there's so many different ways you can market your business and get it out there. But honestly, like I think those 3 things, if you really work on them and do them, you'll see the fruits of your labor having a lot of success. And you don't have to really pay for any of it, right? So, yeah. So if you guys have questions, let me know. But I am probably going to hop off pretty soon here because I have literally 4 contracts I got to write, maybe 5 today. And I want to get them out so I can get those deposits deposited and dates booked. But if you have any questions, just let me know. I'm going to have the links to everything down below in the descriptions once this video is posted. So if you want to know about the meditations, just go there, check them out. You could also do Bob Proctor's, just type in Bob Proctor abundance meditations. But in mine, I teach you exactly what I do. when I am doing them and like how you have to see and visualize. Because I know sometimes people have a hard time visualizing stuff. I don't because I'm so creative and I'm like live in la la land. But yeah, it'll all be down below. And if you guys want more information, reach out. I have a Calendly link that I can definitely set up, or you can click on and set up a call if you want to like talk about your business and see where you're struggling. If you don't want to like put it on blast on YouTube, but just let me know and I'm happy to help. I hope you get some good value. So just make sure to niche, have more confidence in yourself, and visualize. And I'm telling you, all the rest is tactical and easy, price right for portraits. I don't know. You just got to make sure you sell like I would say $2,000 to $3,000 per portrait. For events, I would say book 25 to 3,500 bucks minimum. And for corporate headshots, I feel like they're in like the range of like 3 to 500 ish. So just charge accordingly and make sure you're in business to make money and not be a nonprofit. So I hope you got value. Thanks for hanging. And I see you all out there. And I will be hopefully doing more of these in the coming weeks. Hope you got value. Let me know if you have any questions or concerns or things to learn about in the comments down below. And I'll see you again soon. Take care. Bye, guys.